when I come into relationship with God through Jesus Christ. My heart is circumcised. That flesh is cut off. Now, will there be ongoing points of sanctification? Will there be other times when the Lord wants to address things that are in my life? Yes, yes, yes. But in an eternal sense, you either are or you aren't. And we could do altar calls this way. It would just take so long to explain. Any of you that would like to be circumcised tonight and come into life in Jesus Christ, raise your hand. Many, many guys would probably not want to go for it. But the principle is there. Once I am truly circumcised, it's not something that has to be repeated. And I'm sorry to be a little bit graphic in all this, but you don't think of a baby and then you're okay. It's not like peeling an orange. You don't circumcise and work your way further and further and further in. You start at where you need to have it done, and it's done. Same with your walk with the Lord. The true circumcision doesn't just start nipping at the end, and then you're going to get more and more and more and more until finally now I'm saved. You've been circumcised and the flesh has been cut off. I put no trust in that. Or you haven't been. And if you have been, you're a daughter, you're a son of promise. And the righteousness that is now mine, that's available to me, is not because I'm trying hard to beget seed that is eternal, but because I'm a person of promise. I have been marked at that point where seed issues forth because of His power and His promise. From that point on, that is the kind of seed that I produce. False circumcision basically says, well, it was temporary. Or we've gone 1/8 of the way around, and if you're good, we'll continue the cutting. If you're not good, we're going to put things back on and say you were never circumcised. And you think, well, that's ridiculous, that's grotesque. And yet think in your own mind, aren't you and I pummeled fairly perpetually, fairly constantly by the feeling that I'm not good enough, that I need to try harder? And there's a part of it that, yes, I want to try harder because that's gratitude for what He has already done for me. Not because I'm still trying to please Him. Does that make sense? Now, you can't really allow yourself to read through the rest of the text that we're coming to until you really, really, really understand I either am circumcised or I'm not. It's a done deal. Because what He will continue to say, and we're going to look at it kind of verse at a time in a way, what He's going to continue to say is, guess what? There is always an upward call of God.